What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my new career mode. This is episode number 40, and we start today's episode off with a scout report here from our youth scout currently based in Italy. We signed one of the players and stalled the rest, and I think we might have rejected a couple as well. That footage always goes by pretty quickly, so if you don't really see what happens, then just feel free to go back and watch it. But right now, our academy is looking pretty decent, some pretty decent players in there. Of course, Kamisa's the only one we promoted so far, and of course, Motta, who are waiting until May to promote as well, looks pretty decent too. So even so, the future is very bright with Torino, and the more good players our scout picks up, the better we're going to look. So we take on Juventus for the first game of today's episode here, the first of two games in today's episode, as we travel to the Juventus stadium for another match in the Derby della Mole against Juventus. Really excited for this game, and the first chance would fall to us in the 4th minute as well, as Danilo goes down the right hand side, whips it across towards Gabbiadini, and what a perfect start here at the Juventus stadium. Manolo Gabbiadini heads in and Danilo cross and makes it Juventus 0, Torino 1. And Torino right now, of course, with us top of the table, Juventus are struggling massively. They're falling down the top of the table. They're looking less and less likely as the weeks go by to try and retain their Serie A crown. They've definitely got more than enough time to get themselves back in the title race, but this is a crucial game, and 4 minutes in, we're already in the lead. The worst possible start for Juventus and the best possible start for us. But in the 9th minute, a great chance to make it 2-0 here as Hakan Çalhanoğlu goes down the right-hand side. Really good chance for our Turkish midfielder, who has the pace on Gundogan, also Isla as well. Cuts inside with a heel-to-heel flick, gets taken down, and the referee awards a penalty to Torino just past the 10-minute mark. It was Cáceres, the former Barcelona defender, the Uruguayan who took down Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and he's saying to the referee, I know, that's a definite penalty, just please don't book me, because you'll see on the replay as well, as Hakan cuts inside here, really quick little heel-to-heel flick, and it's just a clear body check really by Cáceres, who just doesn't seem to want to let go of Hakan until he hits the deck. Even so, definite penalty, and a great chance to make it 2-0 from the spot. It is going to be Ciro Immobile who'll stand up and take it. Ever so reliable from the spot. He has missed one, of course, this season, but that was a chip penalty down the middle, which we gave to the goalkeeper because it was a penalty which we didn't think was a deserved one. Of course, we try and score the other ones, and Immobile is really good at scoring those penalties. He does make it Juventus 0, Torino 2, doubles the advantage inside the opening 15 minutes, celebrates with the Torino crowd as Hakan, who won the penalty, comes to congratulate him as well. He does go the right way, Courtois. He does guess correctly in the penalty, but he can't keep it out, and the former Chelsea man is beaten for a second time inside the opening quarter of an hour worth of play. So great penalty by Immobile. Courtois, despite guessing correctly, can't keep the shot out, and it is 2-0 to Torino with Immobile's 15th goal of the Serie A this season. So what a great second spell he's having with the club. We have 2 goals up in this game. A fantastic start. And in the 29th minute, it could have been 3-0 as well. Gabbiadini goes to shoot, but unfortunately fluffs his lines, and the shot goes wide for a goal kick. So still 2-0, but in the 45th minute, we were still leading by 2-0. Juventus had done basically nothing, as Darmian gets on the ball here down the left-hand side, takes it around Morata, who came on for the injured Llorente, keeps hold of the ball, plays a good free ball out wide towards Danilo here. Danilo cushions it down, plays it through towards Choupo-Moting. Everett shuts him down. He back heels towards Danilo. Danilo cuts inside, finds Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who gets taken down by Cáceres again. And again, the referee says, well, listen, mate, if you're going to keep taking the guy down, I'm going to keep awarding penalties. This time does book the Uruguayan as well, and it's a second penalty to Torino. And again, it's Cáceres taking down Çalhanoğlu. And I've said before, I swear Hakan Çalhanoğlu has won us like 6-7 penalties this season. Absolutely crazy. But still, another penalty to Torino. Juventus having a nightmare at the back, and in particular Cáceres just could not defend whatsoever. Great chance to make it 3-0 from the spot. Immobile's second penalty of the game, same corner, and as you can see, same result as well. Courtois dives the right way again, but once again can't get any gloves on it, and it's Juventus 0, Torino 3 going into the break, as once again Immobile and Çalhanoğlu celebrate with the travelling fans. So absolutely delighted with our first half performance. Juventus had one shot in the entire first half, and that was Tevez for a tame free kick, which went straight into the gloves of Bernie. Other than that, they'd done absolutely nothing. And defending, they were absolutely shambolic at the back. We were 3 goals up. Could have been 4 if Gabbiadini didn't flub his lines. 3-0 to Torino. Juventus all over the place. And Immobile's 16th goal in the Serie A this season. So 3-0 to Torino. And in the second half, honestly, Juventus did absolutely nothing. It was almost like they've given up at half-time going into the second half. They've done absolutely nothing whatsoever. And as Danilo goes on a run here, takes it around Vidal. Cáceres is nowhere to be seen again. He drills in a cross, picks out Immobile for his hat-trick, and Ciro Immobile grabs his hat-trick, and I think it's his first hat-trick since re-signing for Torino. Even so, Juventus 0, Torino 4, a hat-trick for Immobile. He sinks to his knees in celebration. 4-0 to Torino. He completes the route. Danilo with the assist, and Honestly, this was one of the worst performances I think Juventus will ever play in the Serie A, because in this game, like, it's bad enough to be humiliated by your rivals at home, you know, it really is, but to only have one registered shot in the entire game just speaks real volumes. I mean, honestly, and the free kick as well was really poor from Tevez. It was like 35 yards out. It just went straight to the gloves of Bernie. They were absolutely terrible and showed no signs of getting any goals back in the game whatsoever. Honestly, this is one of their closest chances they came in stoppage time. Morata's cross comes shot, I think that was, goes wide of the post and behind for a goal kick, and that was how the game would finish. Juventus 0, Torino 4, and just one of the easiest performances I've ever put in. Great to win the game, obviously, but as you can see by the stats, we only had 5 shots, 4 of which are on target, and got 4 goals. Juventus just did nothing. We dominated, well, we didn't dominate possession, we had more possession, more shots, ultimately more goals as well. Juventus just did not look like they cared whatsoever. It was almost like, you know, we're in late February right now. There's still a few months to go before the end of the season. It was almost like Juventus just thought, sod it, Torino are too far ahead of us right now. We're not going to get back in the title race, which is crazy because they're only a few points behind us. It was a terrible performance and a really routine victory for us in the Derby della Mole. So delighted with that win there. As you can see, following that, we entered March. You can see the useful monthly report. Lorenzo Motta is the standout player in our academy so far right now. And also a look at the squad report as well, so you can see how the players are currently getting on. Maximovic has finally grown a rating. Get in, very happy about that, but still, Balanta and Cher are stuck at their respective 75 and 77 overalls. But even so, some of the players are getting on quite well this season. You can see Bernie's been developing like a monster. Shalanoglu's up to an 81 overall as well. That's really nice to see. And Moblay's an 80 rated striker as well. Scored a hat-trick in that last game, of course. So really, really pleased with some of the development in this club. But of course, some of them are really disappointing as well. And I guess a bit of a mixed bag really for potentials this season. Some do well, some don't. But even so, a look at the league table. As you can see, Juventus are now 10 points behind us after that defeat with 12 games to go. They can still definitely get themselves back in the title race. But of course, it is worth noting our head-to-head record is going to be superior, so really they need an 11-point swing between now and the end of the season, which is unlikely to say the least. Even so, Genoa and Milan are still in the title race themselves too, so we're not running away with it by no means. We're doing well right now. We're really pleased with the way we've been doing this season. Other than a bit of an inconsistent patch about 6-7 episodes ago, we've been doing really well this season in the league. But even so, there's still plenty of football left to play. 12 games left. Anything can happen in those 12 games, so I'm certainly not sitting here right now and saying yes, we are the clear outright favourites. We may be the favourites right now due to league position and form, but even so, it's certainly not set in stone that we're going to run away with this title. We need to keep our concentration up. Still, we take on Napoli for the second and final game of today's episode here as we travel to the Stadio San Paolo to take on Napoli in the Coppa Italia, or the TIM Cup if you will, semi-final second leg. Of course, we lost the first leg at the Stadio Olimpico de Torino by 2-1, so coming into this game, needed to score a goal, and the first chance did fall to us in the 22nd minute as well, but Poloski's header was well saved by Anjar and turned behind for a corner, so still goalless in this game. De Guzman then went pretty close here for a free kick in the 29th minute, but it goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick, so still goalless in this game, both sides having early chances. But from the goal kick here, we pass out from the back as per usual, and Nicola Muri finds Zaydes down the left-hand side, takes around Mertens with a scoop turn and plays it back towards Muru, back towards our American. Zaydes on the ball. The number 31 plays it through towards Benassi here, and after some nice build-up, Benassi plays it through towards Bernardeschi, who smashes the ball past Andujar and makes it Napoli 0, Torino 1. So we needed a goal on the night. We've got one here through Bernardeschi. Because of the away goal ruling, we still needed another one, but that's the first we definitely needed. It's Napoli 0, Torino 1, and a really good finish by Bernardeschi, who, despite not scoring in all of the campaign last season, has now grabbed his second goal, I think it is, for Torino this season. Even so, it's certainly not his first. I think it's his second, possibly even third goal for us, and it's Napoli 0, Torino 1. So delighted with the early goal in this game. It's exactly what we needed, but in the 35th minute, a great chance for Napoli to go ahead and equalise and retake the lead in aggregate, but Merritt makes a great save and turns behind for a corner. So our goalkeeper on loan making a good stop there and keeping it at 1-0 to Torino. But in the 50th minute, we won ourselves a free kick, and it took me absolutely ages to decide who I wanted to take this free kick, because even though it was a long way out, I fancied a chance of causing the goalkeeper a bit of a sweat. Lazaro takes it from 40 yards out, curls it towards the bottom corner, and if it wasn't for a great save by the goalkeeper, it would have been one of the goals of the series. What a stop there, and it's still Napoli 0, Torino 1. In In the 55th minute, another free kick for Napoli. De Guzman going very close there, but it was still 1-0 to Torino. With the final whistle approaching in the 90th minute, we were doing everything we could to try and grab ourselves the second goal to send us through, but Napoli were looking a lot stronger, and Insigne does head the ball in, puts it into the far post, heading in the cross, and makes it Napoli 1, Torino 1, and does make sure Napoli are going through to the TIM Cup final. So we were going to win the game on 90 minutes, but of course, due to the away goal ruling, we had to get another one, as we were level on aggregate, and of course Napoli had one more away goal than us, so we needed another goal. But even so, it's a shame to not win the game later on for a header, even though it effectively meant nothing as we were going out anyway. But even so, it's Insigne grabbing another goal against me. I've said a couple of times now, he's a transfer target for me, and I think I better sign him soon enough because he keeps on scoring. Even so, Napoli 1, Torino 1 was the final score, and again, even though they did score that goal in the 90th minute, effectively it meant nothing because we were going out on the away goal ruling anyway. So final score 1-1 here at the Stadio San Paolo. We go out, Napoli go through to the TIM Cup final. A little bit disappointed, yes, even though it's the least of our priorities, the TIM Cup, but even so, it was with a backup side in every single game in the competition. You have to be pretty proud to push Napoli almost all the way and almost get yourself through to the final. But that's the end of the episode, guys, so as always, big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of my new career mode very soon.